pause right here if you are someone that can't go or stay asleep. I'm about to show you my exact method that I have used to heal my own insomnia as well as my clients. My name is Ruth Stern, and I'm a mental health therapist. I've been in private practice for over 28 years. And I'm someone who experienced 19 years of insomnia. And I think it'd be helpful for you to hear my story first, show you what I went through, because you're going to relate to a lot of the pieces that I'm telling you. And then I'm going to show you the exact method that I learned that really, really works. That is beyond amazing how helpful it will be in your journey to finally heal from sleep. So if you think you can't, listen to this. So I suffered, starting at the age of 35, 36, 19 years of insomnia. 19, yes. I averaged 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night. I had a little child, and I wanted to have so much joy and spend beautiful time with her, and I was miserable. And you know that misery. I don't have to tell you how miserable you feel when you're not sleeping. Because when you're not sleeping, you're irritable. It affects your relationships. You snap at people. You don't want to do things with your friends and family because you're spent. You maybe you're in business and you're wanting to build your business and you have no energy to do this thing that you really wanted to do, your dream, your purpose. Or maybe you're a mom or a grandkid and want to have fun with your children and spend quality time, and all you can do is hope that they can sit in front of a TV so you can take a quick nap, which is what I tried to do many times. It was awful. It just sleep ruins your life because it's robbing you of your divine life force. We need that sleep. You know, sleep is one of the biggest foundations for our health, for our happiness. It's a foundation for your mental and emotional health. So what happened for me is that I went on a search to get help, and I did so many things. I went to a psychologist in my field, and they talked to me about my bad relationship, and maybe it was time to leave it, which it was, and with my ex, and I finally left, but I still didn't sleep. I went to a medical physician who gave me supplements to lower the cortisol. Nothing. I went to 2 different hypnotherapists. Nothing. It goes on and on what I tried, and nothing worked. But the one quality I had, even in my misery, was resilience. I would not stop. I had this unstoppable thing because I refused to live in misery, as most of you would think you refuse to live in misery. And I found this technique called emotional freedom techniques. Most of us know it as tapping right now. And the tapping technique, I thought, okay, I'm going to try it for 30 days. I started tapping every day. If you don't know the technique, it helps, it balances your energy. It balances your nervous system. It helps process emotions and negative beliefs that are feeding negativity and stress into your body. It does a lot of things. So after 30 days, I still had the insomnia, but something was already changing. My body got calmer. I was able to release some of the medicine that I was on. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I also was put on Klonopin because nothing worked. Klonopin is a very addictive medicine. My body got addicted to it. At first it worked, then it didn't. I had to take more. It was awful. So now I'm addicted to Klonopin, and I didn't sleep. But I kept tapping, and I knew something changed, so I kept going. So it didn't take 30 days to heal 19 years of insomnia. It took about 70 days. Now listen to that. In 70 days, I got off all Klonopin, and I slept, and I'm still sleeping, and it's now 18 years that I've been sleeping. That's unbelievable. 19 years of insomnia, healed it in 70 days. Now, I have clients who heal it much faster. It depends on how chronic your insomnia is and some other factors. But most people, they've done everything like me, and nothing worked. So what what tapping did is started regulating my nervous system so I could feel at peace. And there were a few other things I did. And then since then, when I started working with other clients, because I wanted to do the same for them, I've added more pieces. So it's a holistic system that everything that you need work together will help you heal. The thing is, I mentioned breathing techniques, meditation, hypnosis. I'm not against them. I use them. They're good, but not by itself. And probably most, if not all of you, have tried this, tried that, like me. It does not work in isolation. It's like telling somebody who wants to lose weight, just go exercise. No, they've got to also watch what they eat. That's not even enough. They have to go work on their mindset, because if their mindset doesn't change, they'll go right back to their eating habits. We are a holistic system. Not one thing works, but when you put it together, it can be very miraculous. So now I'm going to tell you about my method. And it's not always in an order, but I'll tell you the 4 main pieces that I have discovered that will help you heal insomnia. Not only heal insomnia, but reduce your anxiety and get your life back. Because your life is messed up because of not sleeping. I don't have to tell you that. You already know that. All right, so the first piece in the method is we look at your habits. We look at the habits that you need to release and the ones you need to put in. There are bad habits that we've all had, like staying up with TV, hoping the TV is going to put us to sleep. Doesn't work. There's many things that we do that maybe you're not even aware of that are causing you to not sleep. And then there are great habits that we help input. Great habits are things like shifting your sleep schedule a little bit, drinking calm teas, dimming the lights. Some of the habits are very simple, but working together with them, it starts calming that nervous system, taking away that revved up system. Because most of us all day long, we're stressed, we're moving fast, our mind is spinning. Many people, this is very common, their mind doesn't stop. And all these habits are starting to calm down that nervous system. The second piece in the method is so important, it's key. It's learning how to take all those emotions that all of us on some level, including me, suppress, hold back, shove under, meaning anger, rage, sadness, any kind of feeling. And what happens is, as you have feelings that come through the day, stress, anxiousness, fear, doubt, worry, you know those things, they stay in your body. And if the body doesn't have a way to express them, it creates anxiety. And anxiety is completely connected to insomnia. Think about it. If all day long you're stressed, you've been holding back on a feeling, not really dealing with stuff, so you're revved up. Now you lay down on the pillow, you put your head on the pillow, and you're supposed to go, it doesn't work that way. That's why you're not sleeping. So I help people figure out what are the emotions that they're holding and the beliefs that are causing them to feel that way. And we use not just tapping, there's many other techniques that I infuse in there to help you start honoring the feeling, bringing them up and out so they're not stuck here. And that's called emotional freedom. And when you have emotional freedom, wow, it changes everything. So the next piece that I do that I've never seen any other insomnia program do is I go and work with the inner child. We work with the core root, where this all began, all this anxiety and stress. Because it didn't just happen this year or even 15 years ago. It often happens in childhood. We have things that happen to us. Some of us were abandoned, abused. Some of us were dismissed. Some of us were alone a lot. We all have different levels of feeling disconnected. And those things that happen to us cause core beliefs that we're holding. A core belief is things like, I don't feel enough. I don't feel lovable. They're deeper core beliefs. When you hold on to core beliefs like that, they drive everything you do. I'll give you an example of how a core belief caused one of my clients, it causes all my clients, but this is just one example, of insomnia. So this client grew up with a father who was very strict, very perfectionistic. She had to work with him on a farm, and anytime she did something a little off or not right, even as a little girl, he'd get on her. No, you didn't do that right, do this. Very perfectionist. She was always on guard. When is he going to yell at me? I got to do this perfect. So you can see there's pressure, on guard, perfect. I need to be perfect. So unknowingly, she's carrying all this pressure with her all the time, even when he's not around. And she starts to develop core beliefs like, I must be perfect. Think about that. I must be perfect. There's no such thing. But she's always going towards, I must be perfect. And that is the core root of her anxiety. And we went to that memory, and I worked with that little girl inside of her who's holding on to this perfectionism. And I showed her how to release it with the methods that we use. And she started to become freer and freer. And this is a woman who suffered, I think, 25 to 30 years of insomnia. And through this work, she got her sleep back. I mean, the joy she got, the freedom she got, it's amazing, by clearing the programming. So we customize the program for you. That's how it works. And the last piece in the method is using somatic breath work, which I'm now certified in, where it's not just using the breath to calm down, but we're using the body and the breath. And it's like a beautiful practice where you become freer and freer to release even more. So this is all about releasing and letting go of what you're holding. Your life changes, not just your sleep. You reduce anxiety, you get your joy back. That's what's possible. So what I've done is I've created, it's a limited amount because I can't take a ton of people, but I have a limited amount of spots where I'm inviting you to a complimentary sleep breakthrough consult with me, where I will laser beam. That's a talent of mine, where I can get very quickly know what is really getting in the way of you being able to sleep. And then I show you the program, the details of the program, and how that can help you finally get the release and the relief and the sleep back and the joy back that you want. Now, this consult, I want to say, is not for people who want to talk to me about 1 or 2 tips they need. This is not that. I can give you free gifts and resources for that, and I'm happy to. The reason it's not for you is because you're looking for a few tips. You've already been doing that and it's not working. I'm interested in working with people who understand this is a whole system, because it is. I know that. I've worked with this for years. So if you're ready to put the stake in the ground and say, I really want to look at this, I'm tired of being this way, I'm tired of misery, and I want a quality life, then the consult is for you, and you can check it out and see if it works for you. The link below this video is right there, and you just click it, put in a little bit of information, and then we'll get right back with you and we'll set up the consult. And I can't wait to show you what's possible. You're not just going to get your sleep back. You're going to get your quality of life back.